Hello, Mechwarriors. Today we're doing a review of the Spirit Bear, and this is what I call the polar bear. This is my consummate kind of thing. It has a little bit of everything that I enjoy. It has an LBX, it has LRMs, and it has a really big damn laser. I'm going to show you this build, but first, let's just admire this. This is the Spirit Bear, the one that they gave away and a week or so ago. And I think this is just a really great looking paint job. I went with white and red because I just think it really brings out the coloring. And I am the polar bear. Alright, let's get to the meat and potatoes. So here's the gist of it. I've got two LRM-15s, two LRM-20s, an LBX-10, and a heavy large laser. No oxymoron on there. That's just so weird to me. Heavy, small laser, really? It's a small laser, but it's heavy? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so for ammo, we're running, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 tons of ammo, which is a little bit light for the LRMs, but it's really kind of what I wanted to do. I needed to have plenty of ammo for the LBX, and I still needed to have plenty of heat sinks to keep this thing cool, because this is kind of a hot build. It doesn't look like it, but believe me, it is. So I got the LBX-10 here, and I got 1.5 tons of ammo for that. I have the advanced sensor package on board, which gives me a little bit better zoom, a little bit better ability to see better, and that's important to me. I've got 6 double heat sinks in the engine. By the way, this is the engine that this mech comes with. And those 6 double heat sinks were already built in. I didn't have to change anything. The only thing I did change is the armor, and I know what you guys are thinking. I should be running 2 on either side, but this mech is kind of sluggish. So I'm running 3, 3, and then 4. Still plenty of armor. I mean, this is a lot of armor for this mech. But it is a weird hitbox kind of a mech. What I mean by that is I feel like the center torso gets scored out really easily, and part of it is because this thing is like a standing wall. I mean, look at it. Really tall torsos here, and also very wide. So that is a thing. Let's take a look at the real meat and potatoes. So we have a heat management right off the bat, 1.37, staggeringly wonderful. Firepower, we have a firepower of 98, which is really nice. Speed is 64.8, and that's pretty much what it was to begin with. And there are no jump jets on board. When we come down and look at the toys, the quirks, we'll say, we have a chassis build bonus of plus 30. Yay! We have a firepower spread minus 15%. So I think that's the 15% on the LRMs and the LBX, which is really nice. Survival. Center torso, we're getting plus 18. Left and right torso, we're getting plus 18. And crit chance receiving, minus 40%. That's actually really nice. Now, when we go into the skills, you'll see a lot of other things that I've added into this to make this thing work really well. By the way, if you change these out and go with ATMs, you're going to end up putting 2 ATM 3s on board and then 2 ATM 9s. Or you might be able to do 2 ATM 12s, but it really works out to being about the same. And if you want to go with 3 ATM 6s and 1 ATM 3, that also works. And that actually gives you a little bit better cooldown, but it's just slightly less firepower by some degree. But it is much better cooldown than the ATM 9s. The ATM 9s, I think it's like a 5-second cooldown, and I think it's like 4 seconds on the ATM 6s, so that's just a little bit better. But I'm going with the LRMs on this because I really dig this build. Let's take a look at the skills tree. So we go to the skills tree. I'm almost maxed out on range, not quite. But I do also have heat containment because this mech does get hot. Even though it's sitting at 1.37, it still gets pretty hot. But I did add extra magazine for ammo. Tighter spread on the LBXs, even though it has it built in for tighter spread. Also additional ammo for the missiles. Tighter spread also. And then more chances of doing crit damage. Skeletal density, armor hardening, reinforced casing. You'll see this on almost every one of my builds. These are all maxed out. Overheat damage, -3, or three nodes of that as well, because it does get into overheat a little bit. And because I'm running override, cool run, and heat containment always on, if I was running ATMs, I would take these off and probably put them into having a seismic sensor and maybe a little bit more sensor range. But I wanted to get with target decay so I can hold that lock a little bit longer. 2 points of radar deprivation and 3 points into range. This is a mech you want to keep running with the rest of your team. You don't want to go out and go solo. That's how assault mechs die. And then 2 cool shots and a UAV. Basically how I'm firing this is I'm doing button 1 controls the heavy large laser in the left arm. Button 2 does the LBX. And I do realize that this has quite a consideration for cooldown time. But the LBX is going to fire a little bit more often than the heavy large laser. These are just for close quarters. That's it. And then I'm chain firing these, but in the first beginnings of the match, I typically will do alpha strikes on these. It seems to work okay. It hasn't been a problem so far. So we got a alpha strike of 70, and that works really nice on that. You can do it twice, but then you got to go into a chain fire, and that's still not a bad deal. When you see this match, or this mech in the matches, you'll understand why this build actually does work. And here's a little thought. I've always wondered, it would have been cool if they'd made a machine gun build for this so that these claws actually did something other than retract in and out. It would have been really nice if you could have had machine guns, kind of like the way they did the Crusader. But at any rate, this is the build, and I hope you like the matches coming up, and I hope to see you in the battlefield.
Reese's Blizzard.
All right. Have you ever had a Butterfinger taco?
No.
Life is not complete.
I thought you were talking crazy talk at the beginning. I actually had some guy yelling at me one time in traffic. So I jumped out of my car and I started yelling at him, "Give me back my goddamn sweater." He jumped into his car and power locked his windows.
That's awesome.
I went right up to the window. I was like, "Give me back my goddamn sweater."
Yeah, give it back.
He didn't know what the hell I was talking about. He was like, "What sweater?"
Reactor online.
That one.
Sensors
The
online.
one on your back.
Weapons online.
It's true. All right. All your targets.
Cosby's
Today's
sweater.
lesson is the
In override
and
we
all its
trust.
benefits.
I'm not targeting, I'm shooting 6 large ER lasers.
I brought a bunch of missiles to share with the other team.
I only have one laser on this thing. That's
Who wants
one.
to see if I overheat?
Yeah, but it's a Jenner
If you
7A.
alpha strike-
Yep.
No, this is the Jenner A, yeah, with this laser.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I did the big binary laser on there because it's like infinite fire.
Yeah, and if you set it right, hold on, I'll let you go, Sorko.
It's just a solid
Set it right,
stream all day
it never
long.
really overheats. It takes a long time.
I was about to say, on my Stone Rhino, I have 2 Hag 30s and then 2 C-beam lasers. That bitch just keeps shooting.
It fires until the tacos come home.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I like
Alright.
just coring out mechs from behind with that on that Jenner.
Okay, I haven't seen them yet, so watch the flanks on our rear mechs.
I'm watching.
Mediums and heavies, watch yourselves.
Yeah, if you run 2 or 3 of those beam lasers together, it gets hot, but it's really effective.
I don't see anybody here. Push in.
Trying to save you some loss.
Yeah, Delta 3 is going to get hot, probably.
Watching Delta 3.
We got a light in Delta 6.
Copy.
Okay. Delta 4.
Got an assault.
Charlie 6.
Bravo's marked. Delta 4.
Multiple lights in D6.
Delta 6, copy. They could be trying to rush our base.
We aren't the most mobile team.
Affirmative.
I'm supporting the guys in Delta 6.
gonna try hunting down
Stealth
that
mech in the
light
back. He's going for the base. He's using medium. Yep, medium and Locust is gonna help me here.
Heard.
mech. Looks like there's a
I'm gonna
couple
draw him
coming
out
for
for
our
you.
base.
Target
Watch out
acquired.
behind you.
Ice
C4
Spirit.
This corner.
They're rushing the base, guys. Reaver.
Target spotted.
Reverse the rushing base.
Target spotted.
New target.
Yeah, we got an assault with us
Turning
too
around.
now.
Turning around.
New
Wait, what about
target
the assault?
acquired.
Just go to
Yeah, we
their
have
base.
2 lances going to our base, guys. Fox 5.
Base is being captured.
They have 1 assault on their base.
Yeah, 4 or 6 mechs pushing our base.
New
And the
target
look
Still
back
acquired.
below.
at their base.
Yeah, don't worry about
Everybody
the ones
collapse
that are
on our base.
Come down and eat these mechs. Everybody come and eat these mechs. Then they'll
Target is being captured.
Make it rain on Fox.
Moving in.
Okay, stay under cover DCM to get rid of those LRMs from Delta.
Echo's running for the hills. He's almost cored, if you see him. He's near Echo 6,
I'm moving.
Fox 6.
I'm moving to cut him off. Team 6 right
Base is being captured.
I got a little guy on me.
now. Oh, we got somebody chasing coming up behind us right now. Hold on. Who are you?
New target acquired.
Indigo, it's an Oozle.
Oh, and there's an assault with them too. He's hitting me with everything. Wow. They're collapsing in on us again.
Nice kill.
It's okay, kill the ones that are there. We're here.
New target acquired.
Here comes a gargoyle. Echo. He's cored. He's 1 shot.
Mech torso critical damage.
Target spotted.
Acquired.
Indigo's right torso is open.
Got a look, it's pounding me back here. Somebody go after it.
Warning. Enemy.
Oh, it's
Target destroyed.
Nice.
New target acquired.
That guy's toast.
Nice work, boys.
me. 9-0. That's why you don't split your teams.
One of the guys has got 0 ping. He's either in the server room or disconnect.
There's 1 Echo 5 heavy assault.
Target acquired.
Yeah, I was lighting him up earlier.
Echo 5, we got an assault mech here, so.
New target
Target
acquired.
spotted.
Bullshard.
I'm afraid of that.
Center torso him.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, I knew it. As soon as I got around, you guys would kill him.
There we
I
go.
lost my leg, so I'm not going to be very good anymore.
Last guy's a disconnect. He's
Your
probably near their
party.
base.
There you go. Alright, Sasmex, go finish him off, or actually go eat him. Get points for us.
Don't worry, I'm on it.
Don't kill
I'm
him.
the fastest king crab alive. I'll get there before anybody else.
Alright,
Well-
Lady King Crab.
I'm down to 40, so I'm not going anywhere fast.
64.8.
Even my Jenna's only stuck at
Quick, somebody
118.
take that guy's legs. He's faster than me.
You know what the sad part is? This is still faster than my fucking longbow. He only does 37.
Wow.
Well, I'm gonna take the point here in my little Jenner.
If I put flames on my king crab, does it go faster?
Yes.
Or decals.
Points it backwards, though.
I come from the car community. Decals equal horsepower.
Very weak. I know I'm gonna get there before you all, but yeah, don't, please don't.
Decals equal horsepower, guys.
Purple.
Everybody fights over the final kill.
Left.
I'm like all fucking red, so no thank you.
Target spotted.
What if he wasn't? What if he came back, like from being AFK? You know?
I've seen it happen.
Target acquired.
Frickin' itself comes back to being AFK all games and gets in like 5 fucking kills.
Target
GG's, boys.
GG.
Great comms.
A lot of fun when people talk. Recommended.